Back in 1965, these songs found a place in millions of hearts, and they never gave it back. More than 60 years later, they're still being sung, still being played, and still bringing back memories with just a few familiar notes. Today's countdown isn't about reliving the past. It's about celebrating the songs that have quietly stayed with us all these years. Let's take one more trip back to 1965. Number 10, My Girl, The Temptations.
Got sunshine.
Your turn. We don't know if Smokey Robinson actually said those exact words, but in late 1964, every eye inside Motown Studio A was fixed on David Ruffin.
I've got the month of May.
For the first time, he was handed the lead vocal on a song Robinson hadn't written to chase another hit. He wrote it because he believed Ruffin was the voice the Temptations had been missing.
I guess you say.
It was a gamble. Plenty of people still doubted that Ruffin could carry the group. Robinson bet on him anyway.
My girl, my girl, my girl.
3 minutes later, they had My Girl. A few months later, the Temptations had their first #1 hit. And Ruffin, once the man standing in the background, became the voice most people would forever associate with the group.
I don't need no money. Oh.
That's the fascinating thing about music history. Sometimes it isn't changed by a better song. It's changed the moment the right person is finally handed the microphone.
What can make me feel this way?
Number 9, My Generation, The Who. Pete Townsend wasn't trying to write a hit. He was trying to start an argument. In 1965, when young people were often dismissed as rebellious kids who needed to be put in their place, Townsend turned that frustration into My Generation. Then came the recording session. Roger Daltrey delivered the lyrics with a stuttering vocal that immediately caught people's attention. Some listeners thought he was mocking a speech impediment.
Why don't you all fade away?
Townshend later explained it was intentional. He wanted every line to sound impatient, restless, like it was ready to explode. That raw tension became the song's identity.
Don't try and dig what we all.
My Generation didn't become an anthem because it was polished. It became an anthem because, for the first time, rock music sounded exactly the way an entire generation felt. Number 8, It's Not Unusual, Tom Jones.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Some demo recordings are never meant to be heard by the public. It's Not Unusual was one of them. The song had been written for Sandy Shaw, and Tom Jones was simply asked to record a demonstration version.
When I see you hanging about with anyone.
But the moment producers heard his voice, everything changed. The power, confidence, and unmistakable swagger in that recording made one thing obvious. They already had the perfect singer.
We'll never do what you want to do.
Plans shifted almost overnight. Shaw stepped aside, Jones stepped in, and a demo that was supposed to be forgotten became the song that launched an international career.
Why can't this crazy love be more?
Sometimes the biggest opportunity of your life arrives when you think you're only filling in for someone else.
It's not unusual to find that I'm in love with you. Oh, oh.
Number 7, Mr. Tambourine Man, The Byrds.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man.
When Bob Dylan wrote Mr. Tambourine Man, it wasn't designed to dominate pop radio. It was a long, poetic folk song that unfolded at its own pace.
For a trip upon your magic sword.
But the Byrds heard something different. They stripped it down, added Roger McGuinn's shimmering 12-string guitar, and transformed it into something radio had never heard before.
I'm ready to go anywhere.
Many folk purists hated the idea. They believed Dylan's masterpiece had been compromised.
I promise to go under it.
History tells a different story. That bold reinvention helped create folk rock, changed the direction of popular music, and even influenced Dylan himself to embrace electric instruments.
In the Mr. Tambourine Man.
Sometimes a song changes history twice. First when it's written, and again when someone dares to hear it differently.
Cast your dancing spell my way.
Number 6. I Got You Babe, Sonny and Cher.
Babe, I got you, babe.
Before they became one of music's most recognizable couples, Sonny Bono and Cher were just two struggling artists trying to convince someone, anyone, to believe in them. Record labels weren't exactly lining up, so Sonny did what desperate songwriters often do. He wrote the song he wished people would hear.
They say we're young and we don't know.
I Got You Babe wasn't built around a complicated arrangement or a powerhouse vocal. Its magic came from something much simpler, two imperfect voices that sounded completely believable together.
You say our love won't pay the rent.
When the song reached number 1, it didn't just launch a hit. It turned Sonny and Cher into a cultural phenomenon almost overnight.
But at least I'm sure of all the things we got.
Looking back, that's what makes the record so special. It never tried to sound perfect. It only needed to sound like two people who truly believed they could face the world together.
I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
Number 5. Help Me, Rhonda, The Beach Boys. The version that became a classic wasn't the first one the Beach Boys recorded. An earlier take appeared on the Beach Boys Today, but Brian Wilson wasn't satisfied. Something felt wrong. The tempo dragged, the energy never quite lifted, and the chorus didn't explode the way he imagined. Instead of moving on, Wilson brought everyone back into the studio and rebuilt the song from the ground up, faster, brighter, more confident. It was a risk, because re-recording a song that had already been released was almost unheard of, but Brian trusted his instincts. He was right. The new version raced to number 1, proving that sometimes the difference between a good song and a timeless hit is simply refusing to settle for the first draft. Number 4. The Sound of Silence, Simon and Garfunkel.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
By the time The Sound of Silence became a hit, Simon and Garfunkel thought the story was already over. Their original acoustic recording had gone nowhere, the album disappointed, and Paul Simon had even left for England, believing the duo was finished.
In the sound of silence.
Back in New York, producer Tom Wilson heard something everyone else had missed. Without telling either musician, he added electric guitars, bass, and drums to the original recording, inspired by the growing folk rock movement. Months later, Simon was in Europe when he opened a copy of Billboard magazine and saw The Sound of Silence climbing the charts. He had no idea a new version even existed. Sometimes history isn't made when a song is written. Sometimes it's made when someone else hears the future hiding inside it.
Silence like a cancer grows.
Number 3. Like a Rolling Stone, Bob Dylan.
How does it feel?
Sometimes, a revolution begins because someone refuses to make a cut.
Like a rolling stone.
When Bob Dylan brought Like a Rolling Stone into the studio, the final recording stretched past 6 minutes, twice the length of what radio stations were willing to play in 1965. Executives at Columbia Records didn't hear a hit. They heard a problem. The song was too long, too loud, and too different.
Gone to the finest school, all right, Miss Lonely, but you know you only used to get.
But a promotional copy somehow found its way to influential DJs, who ignored the rules and played the entire track anyway. Listeners flooded the phone lines asking to hear it again. Columbia had no choice but to release it as it was.
When you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose.
That decision didn't just give Dylan one of the greatest songs ever recorded. It changed what a hit single was allowed to sound like. After Like a Rolling Stone, 6 minutes no longer felt impossible.
In no direction home.
Number 2. Help, the Beatles.
I need somebody help.
For years, millions of people sang Help with a smile, never realizing they were singing along to a cry for help.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
On the surface, it sounded like another energetic Beatles hit, written to accompany their latest film. But years later, John Lennon revealed something few fans expected. He admitted that Help wasn't an act. At the height of Beatlemania, he was exhausted, overwhelmed, and quietly struggling with the pressure of fame.
Help me get my feet back on the ground.
The song came from a place far more personal than anyone realized. That's what makes Help so remarkable. It hides vulnerability behind an irresistible melody, allowing listeners to dance to words that carried genuine pain.
Won't you please help me?
Once you know that, the opening line, "Help, I need somebody," never sounds quite the same again.
I fly, change my mind, and open up the door.
Number 1. I Can't Get No, Satisfaction, The Rolling Stones. One of the greatest guitar riffs in rock history almost disappeared before anyone even heard it. In the middle of the night, Keith Richards woke up, reached for the guitar beside his bed, and recorded a short musical idea on a portable tape recorder before falling back asleep. The next morning, he barely remembered doing it. When he played the tape back, there it was, the riff that would define Satisfaction. After it came nearly 40 minutes of Richard snoring. Even more surprising, he never imagined that riff would remain in the song. He thought it was only a placeholder until a horn section could replace it. Thankfully, that never happened. The rough guitar line stayed, Satisfaction became a global anthem, and rock music gained one of the most recognizable openings ever recorded. Sometimes history isn't written by perfect plans. It's written by the ideas you're lucky enough not to throw away. More than 60 years have passed, yet these songs never really became part of the past. They simply kept finding new listeners, creating new memories, and reminding every generation why great music never goes out of style. Some were born from a gamble, others from a happy accident, and a few almost never made it to the radio at all. But together, they became the soundtrack to millions of lives, and that's a legacy no chart can truly measure. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which of these songs still brings back the strongest memories, and which one do you think deserved a place on this list? Share your thoughts in the comments. We read every one of them. If you enjoyed revisiting these timeless classics with us, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more legendary music countdowns, and we'll see you in the next journey through the songs that continue to stand the test of time.